What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. Before we get going on what today's video is about, if you are not a subscriber to my channel, make sure that you guys hit the subscribe button, as well as sharing this video with your friends so we can get the message out to as many people as possible. I'm really excited to be talking about one of my personal favorites as far as chart patterns go and as far as projects that I'm invested in. You guys, this is one that I've mentioned on my channel previously, but I really wanted to bring it up into today's video because I see a massive opportunity right now with this project, and there's actually some news and some updates associated with the project that should fuel what I'm seeing in the charts. So without further ado, let's get straight into my energy analysis. So this is energy versus the dollar. We'll get into the Bitcoin pair in just a second, but I wanted to start off with the dollar pair. As you guys know, I trade market cycles. So generally speaking, we zoom out on the chart and we look at the big picture to see what's going on there. And with energy, I'm on the daily candlesticks right now. And if we actually go to Google and we look at a standard market cycle, you guys will be amazed to see how similar this market cycle is to a standard market cycle. This chart, this graph right here, is a representation of the market cycle that we saw in the internet bubble. And what we're actually seeing here with energy is a complete duplication or a duplicate of that same chart pattern. It's got the same disbelief phase right here. This is also known as the first sell-off, that disbelief phase right here. And then you get the first run up that occurred all through right here in 2019. And then you get the first correction, the ABC correction. And then you get into a depression phase of the market cycle. That would be right here, the depression phase, where the market reaches a low and then jabs down again for one more low. And then you get this bounce up and a retest of that support, which moves into the disbelief phase and starts a new market cycle. And generally speaking, this all-time high is broken above very easily inside of these market cycles. And so what we're looking at right now is we're looking at an energy token that's valued at $1.66. And the peak high is actually $9.40. So we have a massive gain from current price until the previous all-time high. And what actually happens in these market cycles, I'll go ahead and show you what happened with the internet bubble, because people think when they hear the word bubble that they should avoid it, when actually if you hear the word bubble, you should watch for the crash that comes afterwards and invest in that. Because if you would have invested in the internet bubble after the crash, after it had topped out and found its new lows, which is exactly what energy token is doing today, you would have made enough to buy whatever house you wanted, any debt that you're in you could have gotten out of, like whatever financial situation you want to see in yourself, you could have easily done that with like $1,000 investing in the right projects after the internet had crashed. Because these things recover, you guys. Human emotion repeats. Panic gets bought up and overbought cycles get sold off. It's just the name of the game. And as you guys can see, this is, I'll just take it off the 3 months so we can look at it a little bit clearer here. This is the NASDAQ. This is the market cycle chart that I'm showing you guys. As you guys can see, we had this first parabolic run up in the same way the energy had this first parabolic run up right here. Okay, so we get the parabolic run up, and then you get the correction, the ABC correction onto support, ABC correction onto support. Then you get that double test where you finally reach the depression phase of the market right here. So this would be the depression phase of the market on energy. And then you get that bounce and that double bottom. And that's exactly what we saw in the NASDAQ as well, with this bounce and this double bottom. So buying energy token right now is literally like investing in the internet bubble in 2008, before all of this happens, the break of the previous all-time high, massive uptrend forming, huge gains, life-changing profits. And that's exactly what we're seeing in energy. The setup is exactly the same. We're at that double bottom point, and it's just like buying after a bubble, after a correction. So when you hear the word bubble, don't be scared. Actually go look at it and analyze it from a market cycle perspective, because there's probably a massive opportunity. Every single bubble that pops, as long as it's groundbreaking technology, and cryptocurrency is, recovers and creates another bubble in the future. And that's what we're seeing with the NASDAQ here, is we're seeing the beginning of that next bubble phase. We're kind of like early on. We're like in this early spot right here where we're going to go super parabolic in the future and be in another bubble. And that's kind of why cryptocurrency is so awesome, is you're actually able to invest in a lot of different projects right now, including energy token, at extremely undervalued prices before they even went into the bubble phase. So you're actually buying pure panic, pure fear. If you're buying coins like energy or any of the projects that are in this kind of phase of the market cycle, you're buying pure fear, and you're setting yourself up for massive long-term success. And we haven't even gone into the next bubble phase. So profit taking could be a ways away. You're just going to be riding 1,000%, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000% gains all the way through that time, and even higher. Amazon did like 56,000% after its lows in 2008. So who knows what these cryptocurrencies are going to do after their lows. So that's why I'm watching energy from a technical perspective. Let's look at the Bitcoin chart for it really quickly here, so you guys can see kind of what I'm watching on the Bitcoin pair. This is really, really important to watch, you guys, because keeping an eye on both pairs is very, very useful when you're finding prime opportunities for buying. And that's exactly what I see here in energy. We have this downward pointing support. Let me take that arrow off because it makes it look like it's going to fail. And then you kind of have this triangle consolidation pattern that we're seeing. We found this low, we bounced up, we found this low, we bounced up, we're finding this low. And I expect us to bounce up and break this triangle consolidation pattern. And that will prove that this is all a big one and a two-wave structure inside of energy, and that we're getting ready for a massive three-wave. So just like how the dollar pair is going to break its previous all-time high, we're also going to break the previous all-time high versus the Bitcoin pair, which means energy token will be outperforming Bitcoin in percentage gain. That is a big deal. If you find altcoins that are going to outperform Bitcoin in percentage gain, this is one of the reasons I've been preaching alt season recently, because big picture, we're setting up for a massive altcoin season, and energy token is not going to be left behind in that season. And it actually wouldn't surprise me if this coin rises up to be in the top 100 very quickly as it breaks out of this triangle pattern. So that's super exciting on the Bitcoin pair. Now, as far as news goes, you guys, there's not just what's going on in the charts, but energy is actually releasing a commission-free exchange. So this is really exciting. You guys can go ahead and I'll drop a link to this tweet in the description below. You guys can get on the waiting list. And as soon as this exchange is available for you guys to make your first trades, you'll be able to trade with no cost. It's a commission-free exchange. This is really big if they do it correctly, and I definitely think they will. This will be life-changing for a lot of people that trade in and out. Maybe you're a day trader, a weekly trader, a swing trader, and fees are a bigger deal than investment trading. This is definitely something to be watching, and I fully expect this to have a good effect on the price as we're moving out of that market cycle and as we're creating that three-wave structure here, and we really go parabolic and shoot up in price. This will be one of the catalysts that does that. So make sure that you guys click the links in the description to get in on the waiting list for their commission-free exchange. This is definitely something I will be using in the future, and I'm really excited to see as the platform is released. You guys can see this is the website, the pre-released website for the exchange. You can set up your email address right here, and you can go ahead and get in with that early access for the exchange. There's some frequently asked questions right here. So if you need some of those answered, you can check that out. The other thing that I really like about Energy is they have a really good roadmap here. They've clearly described their roadmap. They show exactly what they've accomplished since 2017 when they started this journey. They go into the details of their test net for their block explorer in 2018. They just have a really, really clean roadmap here. And it's exciting to see what's coming in the future with that Energy X exchange being launched. And they've actually got a lot done in 2020. There's a lot of different cryptos out there that if you look at their websites, you're not going to see a lot of development taking place. You might see a couple new partners, but Energy is constantly in development. And one thing that I really watch for in the cryptocurrency space is projects that are just getting stuff done. You know, yes, they're marketing. Yes, they're making headway, but at the end of the day, they're making some serious groundwork on the actual coin itself, and that's really important. I love to see people laying down a strong foundation for their cryptocurrency, and that's exactly what Energy is doing here with their roadmap. So I'll drop a link for this in the description as well. But these are just a few of the reasons that I'm personally an investor in Energy, and I'm really excited about the chart patterns and the profit potential. You guys, 5,000%, 6,000%, not out of the question. Amazon did 56,000% buying at the same point in its market cycle that Energy is at right now. So the sky really is the limit with this coin. And I'm just excited to see as we break those all-time highs. I'll be making more videos about it in the future, so stay tuned for those. But overall, Energy is a great project. One more thing before I let you guys get going here. You guys, Energy also gives you 25% on a Masternode. So if you're interested in making a bigger percentage on your investments, you can get a Masternode for as little as 1,000 Energy tokens. And users with less than 1,000 Energy and as little as 1 Energy can stake at 18%. So that's a really, really good staking. Any project that has staking caught my eye in this cycle, especially if I actually like their team, especially if I actually like what they're doing, and it's not just like some ghetto sketchy project. So Energy is one that I see value in their staking and their nodes as well. And I just wanted to make you guys aware of that so you can personally maximize your profit off of this setup. So yeah, Energy is one that reminds me a lot of the NASDAQ, a lot of buying the internet bubble in 2008. So imagine investing in Amazon and making 56,000% as the internet kind of took over the world through all of this area right here. And that's kind of what I see as far as Energy goes. And it's just one of the coins that I see having a massive opportunity in this kind of cycle that we're seeing, in this panic, in this fear, all the Corona stuff going on. This is exactly like 2008. Get ready for a massive swing up, a massive uptrend to be formed, and percentage gains that you can't even imagine right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video about Energy. I'm really excited about this project. Definitely check it out. Click the links in the description. It's one I'm personally invested in and I'm personally charting on a regular basis. So stay tuned for more videos about Energy in the future. If you guys enjoyed this video, share it with your friends. If you're finding value out of these videos, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you want to see more videos about Energy in the future, comment down below and I can go ahead and make those. If you guys aren't in the Discord, make sure that you guys join that. And check out Energy's Discord as well, you guys. There's some free games in here. You guys can earn Energy tokens. There's a lot of fun stuff going on in their Discord. So I'll drop a link for that as well in the description below. If you guys aren't a VIP member, you can send me a Gmail message, an email, or you guys can send me a message on Discord and I can get you set up in the VIP today. Thanks again for tuning in today's video, and I look forward to seeing you guys in future updates. As always, stay profitable out there.